Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am consumer debt free, currently working on paying myself back and trying to save as much money as I can. This video is going to be a flip through of my Erin Condren monthly planner. I got this in December, I believe. And it's gonna be my finance notebook for the full year. Like I don't change. I like to finish my notebooks, if that makes sense. Okay, so this Erin Condren is a neutral version. I did get 20 extra sheets in the back, but I would recommend, if you're using this as a finance, to get 80 sheets, because later on in the video I'll show you what I do in the back. But I have hold on, this thing right here, let's take it out. Okay, this is the monthly planner, like I just said. Now we have here, which I haven't kept up because it looks crazy ugly, you know, but I should keep up with what I saved. 900, 900, 900, so there's all been 900 I've been saving, but it does come with this section. It also comes with, 12 boxes to do whatever you want, which obviously you can see I have not kept up, but this is my reminder to do it. Basically here I put my total debt, what I paid, and what's my remaining. So I have to do it for the month of April and May. Reminder. Then we go into our monthlies. So for the monthlies, and this is just going to be repetitive, for the monthlies, on the first sheet of the month, before the monthly, I have an order tracker, which I've kind of updated this. So this is not the current one. So should I do an update on the current? Okay, I guess I should say this is like the old one. With your planner, you can adjust as you feel. Like, this is what I did in January to track out my orders, to track my spending of ordering stuff, because last year I did not do that, and I think that's why I spend more money and when I should be able to track it, to like hold myself accountable for not spending so much. You get, the tab opens up to the monthly spread, so this is where I keep track of my expenses and my no spend days. And I use stickers on this monthly. And then also, you know what, where's my little key? I have a key. Oh, it's in here. So yeah, this is not an accurate month, so should I just show you what I have? Okay, so after that, okay, this is a mess, guys. I did not think this through. Okay, let me show you a regular month. Okay, a regular month with nothing written on it. You have this sheet, and on the back, this belongs to October. So this is where I would track my orders and track my sinking funds in terms of if I take money out, but I'll show you an example of that. But I wanted to show you like clean, fresh start, what you would get. You have their monthly October. You have a line page here. You have this sheet also, which I know a lot of people use, but I personally used it for like a month or 2 months. I'm not really sure. I think I used it for a month. Hold on. January I used it. Did I use it for February? No. Yeah, I used it for a month and I did not like it, so I just ripped this out. Then you have sheets here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets, you can say, but pages, you have this gets ripped out for me, so, but if you don't want to rip it out, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 line sheet pages per month, and then this page goes to the next month, if that makes sense. Or you could have it for that month. That's up to you. I use it for the next month. So that's what you get in your monthly planner. For me, I'll show you what I do now. The most current one is May. So what I do is on this, okay, I don't know where I lost it, but for what I do on this, May is my most current month. of what I'm actually doing. So for this, I use this as an order tracker to, you know, hold myself accountable for what I'm purchasing online. And then my sinking funds transaction log to, you know, note down what I'm taking out of my sinking funds here. Then, like I said before, I use this for my expenses. I have a little key here that I got from Papery Planning, but I don't know if she sells these anymore. I'm sorry about that. Then, after that, I have my sinking funds set up. So I have sinking funds that are in cash up here, which are in these two binders, a personal and, you know, stuff I have to pay out to people, if that makes sense. Or companies. And then I have my bank sinking funds, just because I don't like to have that much cash at my home, if that makes sense. So I have two sections, which these stickers are from winwin.com. She gifted me these because if you've been here for a while, I don't use stickers at all. Like, I don't. You see? Like, I don't use stickers at all. You see, so yeah. So for my monthly bills, I have my sinking funds on the left side after my expense tracker. Then I have my monthly bills to give me an overall view of my month and what it's gonna happen. I haven't finished this, but that's typically what happens here. On the next page, I am a bi-weekly paychecker, or I get paid twice a month, regular, always. So I use these two sheets as my paycheck breakdowns. I'm working extra, so I'll show you what I do when I get extra paychecks, but for my regular schmegula paychecks, I break it down on these two pages. Then after that, I do owe money for my school loans, so I like to track. I only have Nelnet left. I already paid off my Heartland, like, I think it was a year ago. Can't remember, but I paid that off a while ago. So I just track my Nelnet now. Right now it's 0% interest, so I'm focusing on my Group B. So I give all my money to Group B only. Group B is currently at 6.8% interest rate. Obviously it's 0, but when we get interest again, that's my highest interest rate. So I'm trying to pay that off before interest comes back. So Nelnet Deep Dive, I track the groups from the previous month to this month. My Nelnet tracker, what I paid on the 1st, my interest, principal paid, 31st, my balance, you know. Eventually these two categories will be separate, but because it's 0 interest, my whole payment goes to the principal. Then I'm tracking my Group B and how much it goes down per loan, because although I have 5 groups, within each group I have a couple of loans. So like, for example, Group B has loan number 2 and 6, so I'm tracking that too. This honestly is not a necessity, but you know, none of this is a necessity, but it gives me life tracking down my school loans, and it motivates me to keep paying it off to see the difference. After this page, I have my total debt. So right now my total debt, which I owe money to, is Nelnet. So that's my only debt right now, and I break down by individual loans now, if that makes sense. This is new though. I started doing a total savings. So for the month of May, my emergency fund I've saved a total of $955. Not for the month of May, but up to May, I have $955. Home essentials, I have $1,600, and my home down payment, this is what I have. So that's that. This is new. I actually only started doing this because Anna sent me these stickers that came together. So I was like, might as well just track my total savings too, right? Now, after that, I have my avalanche/snowball method, which I do both methods. I do the avalanche method for my Nelnet loans. So currently I'm paying only my Group B, which has the highest interest rate. That's what the avalanche means, that you pay your highest interest rate first. And then I'm also doing the snowball, I feel like, because I am paying my 2020 the most money, if that makes sense. I don't include pay 2020 into my total debt because I'm paying myself back. It's not like I'm paying someone else. This is just me paying myself back, but I wanted to note it down now, how much I pay myself back. And then I have, like, you could say total balance of owing, you know? And then down here is where I plan out my future payments. So for example, in June, I got an extra paycheck. I decided to put 200 towards my pay 2020. My regular check goes 400 goes to pay 2020 for June it'll be a total of 600. I'm paying 2020, and now it gets 300. Then July pay 20 will get 400. Now no 400, and so on. Obviously, if I get extra checks, it will be different, but this I know for sure will happen, if that makes sense. Then, lastly, on the last page of the month, you can say, if you count this as your next month, on the last page is where I break down all my extra checks. Because I am on this financial journey to pay off my debt and also save as much money as I can for my home down payment, I am working extra. That's the only way I can earn more money. So in this month, I did get a couple of extra checks, you can say, because of tax refunds. So my federal tax refund, I broke it down here. I put the total. My extra checks that I get don't go to a lot. It goes to my main goals. So that's why I don't need a full page like my paycheck breakdown. So here I have my tax refund, what I broke it down to, my Google AdSense. My Google AdSense is 30% goes to my taxes, and then the rest goes to my emergency fund. I decided that Google AdSense, anything I make will go to emergency fund now. So thank you for those of you who watch the ads on my videos. I really, really appreciate it. YouTube taxes, I save 30% of my taxes, but this year, my regular job takes out more taxes than necessary. So I was able to keep this money that I was saving 30% of. State taxes, I got a refund, broke it down here. And then my extra pay for my regular job, I broke it down here. Yeah, and this page is I just use for extra paycheck breakdowns. And then we go to the next month, which is just a repeat, which is in the where we're currently at now. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. And it's just repetitive every month, like repetitive every month. Of course, you see here in March, I wasn't tracking down my transaction log for my sinking funds. But again, your finance notebook is for you to see what you want to do differently, change up your stuff. Like, it's very flexible. Until you find what works for you. So, like I said, it's the same thing basically every month for me. So yeah, guys, this is a flip through. Psych, you would have thought I still have the end of my notebook to do. So then you have December, right? And then you have your regular days as well, blah blah blah. You have this, which I don't use for anything. And then you have your notes pages in the back, and this is I'm gonna tell you why you should get 80, because this is for the full year. I was dumb enough to get only 20, thinking that it was 40 sheets, but it was 20 sheets, 40 pages, I believe. I would get 80 pages, so I think that's 40 sheets. I forgot how it works on the website. But for my notes section, this is where I write down my main financial goals. So I have, in the beginning of the year, in the beginning of 2021, maybe December, I already knew my goals for the year. I want to save 10,000 to 12,000. I want for my home down payment. I want to save at least 2,500 for my home essentials. I want to have at least $1,000 emergency fund. I wanted to pay my family loan, which I already did. So that's why you see completed. I want to pay my group B for Nelnet this year. And I want to pay myself back from borrowing from my savings. So in my intro, you hear this one, pay myself back, save as much money as I can. And what did I say? And consumer debt free, because I don't owe anything to my credit cards. So yeah, guys, so that's what I use this page for. Although I do have little mini goals, but that's in another binder, in my A5 binder. After this, I have my tracker of like highlighting how much I save a month for my home down payment. So this really like brings me joy. I got this idea from Asia Dang, and I used it in my notebook from last year, and I absolutely love it. This I'm not loving all the different colors, but you know what, it is what it is. Now here you have like different, I have this clipped because I no longer use these trackers, but I had like a whole bunch of different trackers, but I no longer use them. So that's what I'm saying, like your plans change, so you need those extra sheets to, you know, have space to keep, you know, figuring out what works for you. So that's why I clip these. I have my trackers here in terms of like paying myself back. I have my new Nelnet loan updating tracker, which I have here. I have my family loan payment plan that I did have before, but you know, now it has a check because it's been completed. And then, so these are my trackers, but in the back of my notebook is where I plan ahead. So I wanted to keep this here just to remind me of my school loans. But like I knew I was getting extra money in April of 2021, so I planned ahead what I would do with that money. The stimulus check, I knew I was getting one, so I planned ahead what I would do with that money. I knew I was getting paid extra because I am working. I only break down my extra check when I know I've worked it in this notebook. If not, then I'll just have like a scrap paper until I know I've worked it. So that's what this was for. This is just a reminder of what I used to, how I used to break down my check before I got the extra check breakdown. And then this is me planning ahead to pay my 2020 loan. So I did myself 3 options of what could happen. Right now I'm in option 3 because I forgot what happened, but I was able to do $500 towards my towards my pay 2020. So right now I'm in option 3, which is amazing. And my planning ahead are realistic. Like I know it can happen, not what I wish can happen. Like I know this can happen. Looking ahead, this is for, you know, looking ahead at my home down payment, how much I would have. My home essentials, looking ahead, seeing how my future could go if I stick to my budget. This is like a little breakdown I had once I paid my family loan in full. These are my needs to meet my mini goals. Like my mini goal was to have a puppy deductible of $500, which I accomplished. My Christmas gift, which I'm working on. My home essentials, which I'm working on. Right now, this is my extra paycheck breakdown because I've worked, you know, up till May 31st. I think I'll be working in June too, maybe for like 2 more weeks, and then that's it, but we'll see. Then I redid my pay family loan. I redid my paycheck breakdown so that my sinking funds only come out of my 15 paycheck, and that way I don't need to do like a mini video of like the next. So it makes sense for me. Like I said here, 300 sinking funds, 100 went there, 100 went to pay 2020, 100 went to my savings. My Google AdSense, I said home essentials here, but psych, I'm doing emergency fund. Tax refund, I knew I was gonna get a tax refund, so I broke it down here. Now these are my wants. Like I want to increase my gift to 50, so I need $20 more. I want to do an emergency fund of 100, but I need $20 more. Puppy expenses 40, I want to increase it to, but I need 15. Travel, I want to increase it to 100 a month, but I need 50. So like when I get little increases in pay or extra money, this is where I would put it instead of spending it on me. So this is just a reminder of that. And, you know, planning ahead. I'm gonna, you know, a new school year is coming, so I need all these extra pages. So I put in extra pages myself from a notebook I have from Erin Condren, and I just, like my planner, like one of these, I just cut slits in it so I can take it out easily. But I'm not going to take this out, obviously. But I wanted to do this so I can put in more sheets in my notebook so that I can really stick with this till the end of the year. So that's why if you're getting one of these, I would recommend getting the max amount of sheets if you can. But yeah, guys, this was a flip through of my Erin Condren Financial Planner. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe. It would really help out my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.